Hi, I'm Ruthie, the host of the Defiant Business Podcast, your Monday through Friday 10-minute shot of business knowledge. And today we're going to talk about a recent current event, and I'm actually going to tie it to your business. So, the title of this episode is The French Digital Tax Mistake. All right, so don't make the French digital tax mistake in your business. That's the title. So, what on earth could the digital tax, the new tax hike in France, have? Why would that relate to your business at all? So, let's back up a little bit. Let's have some story time. And so, recently, France decided to levy a tax, again, a digital tax on international tech companies, a 3% tax to be exact. And this upset the United States, particularly because these big tech companies are headquartered in the United States. So this obviously impacts these companies, and it kind of ripples, how economics, politics, all those things are tied together. So of course the United States was upset by this, and the, politics between the United States and France got a little heated. And then, of course, the European Union was kind of like, France, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And it's, and so companies have to decide how they're going to respond to that. Amazon responded by increasing the seller's fees for the e-commerce sellers in France. So if you lived in France and you used Amazon to sell your products, you saw an increase in your seller's fees. And Amazon sent out an email and directly blamed the French government. They didn't even try and hide it at all. And this was, of course, much to the dismay of these sellers. Most of them are small. They're just trying to, kind of make a living off of their passions, or, kind of have that an income through Amazon. Because if you're not on Amazon, then it feels like you're not anywhere. And so these sellers have to make a choice. Do they want to pass those costs on to the customer, or do they want to eat that profit loss? And I think there are a couple motives behind France's decision to do this. Now, one of them, so on the surface, it could be that France was like, yeah, we're going to have a 3% tax. And, these companies, we're finally going to get our fair share from these companies. But it was, but then all this, like in Amazon's case, all they did was pass on that tax basically to the French sellers. So instead of actually getting more money directly from Amazon, the French government would be getting more money from the French sellers who are already paying taxes and probably don't want to pay anymore. So what is the business problem here? The business problem here is applying an overly simplistic solution to a complex issue. That's right. Applying an overly simplistic solution to a complex issue. And we have the habit of doing that in our businesses. So what actually needed to happen, and again, there's actually a secondary reason I think France actually did this, and that was just to get the ball rolling in a faster way in terms of addressing the digital tax and everything. But on the surface, it just looks like they were just trying to get their money. So that's what we're going to go with. So France is just trying to get their money. So they apply a simplistic solution. I know, we will tax the digital tech companies more. All right. And so we would get more money from them instead of addressing the portions of their tax code that allow for this to happen. And that is, that's what they should have done. These companies, they're huge, giant companies with armies of lawyers. They're not breaking the law, but there are gaps and loopholes in these laws around the world that allow tech companies and any other international type company most of the time to pay less taxes than those governments would actually like. This is incredibly similar to how Amazon paid $0 in US federal taxes last year. So newsflash, I'm a business and I paid more in federal taxes than Amazon did. But I'm not mad at Amazon because it's not illegal. The way that the US tax code is set up, Amazon can do that. So, good for them. If the tax laws were set up in such a way that Amazon couldn't do that, then they wouldn't They wouldn't be breaking the law. It wouldn't be splashed over headlines. They'd be trying to hide it, but it's not against the law. They're just doing what it is that they're allowed to do. So again, tying this back to your business, when you have serious problems in your business, you cannot apply a super simplistic solution to what is a complex issue. So for example, you aren't getting enough business. Okay, well, don't fall for those marketing. Yes, I'm telling you not to fall for those marketing funnels where they're like, oh, not getting enough business. How about, we create this funnel for you and you'll get hundreds of leads every month and blah, blah, blah. Like, that is a simplistic, at least it sounds simplistic on this side of actually making the purchase of that service or that funnel or whatever it is. It sounds incredibly simple. And that is how they get business owners to pay for it. In all actuality, it probably isn't simple, or it doesn't work for your business, but they've got it set up to where you can't, request a refund or something like that. What it is they play on your fear of missing out, your FOMO, and that's what gets you to make that purchase, especially if you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm not getting enough business. What about your content? What about if your content isn't performing? There's no easy fix for that. Right? But what you can start with is a careful review. Is all of your content not performing, or is it just some of it? Is there something wrong with your website? And so what it is, okay, maybe there are issues at play here that you are not equipped to deal with. So what you would do is you would bring on, someone who does know that. A content consultant, for example, if your content is not performing. If there's something wrong in your supply chain, then you would bring on a supply chain consultant because while you are equipped to handle your business, your passion, whatever it is, maybe if it's a CBD supply chain and all about CBD, you just know all the things. Do you know all the things about supply chain? No, probably not, because you know all the things about CBD. You can't know all the things about all the things. So that's why you would bring on a supply chain consultant to help you understand the complex issue that is within your supply chain. So let's say you're not getting enough profit. Okay, that doesn't mean you cut off spending. That is not the solution to not having profit. Now, what you should do is check for excess spending, money that's disappearing. But you don't just cut all spending. Oh, we were working with contractors and freelancers and stuff, but now we're not going to do that anymore. The end. No more freelancers, no more consultants, no more outside stuff. We're doing everything in-house. Okay, can your business afford to take that hit? Those freelancers, the consultants, any outsourced work that you've got going on, that's built into your business processes at the moment. That's not to say that you couldn't move to an in-house solution, right? Bringing everything in-house. But what I'm saying is that you couldn't just wake up one day and eliminate it without serious business consequences. Okay? So no simplistic approaches to overly complex issues. That's not to say some problems don't have simple answers, but even the simple answer can be tough to execute in real life. So let's take the answer of, yes, let's bring everything in-house. Like I just demonstrated, you cannot just wake up and cut everybody off without serious business consequences. Could you move everything in-house? Yes. Let's set up a timeline for, say, 6 months, and we migrate these things that we're outsourcing, we migrate them in-house to bring costs down. But you would take, as much time as you would need to do that for your business. Okay. So do not apply overly simplistic solutions to complex issues in your business. Take a step back if it feels like it's too much and assess what's going on. See if you need to bring on help and move from that point. Don't just, cut off things and throw things away all haphazardly. All right. Or else you'll end up in the French Amazon position. All right, that's been an episode of the Defiant Business Podcast. I look forward to seeing you here again next time. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review wherever you listen to us. We would greatly appreciate it.